Hey guys, welcome everyone. Now, finally, we are back on our schedule that we are having a live session again on a Wednesday because otherwise the university just started and it was really troublesome for me to just focus everything and put all of the things in different baskets. I was going through the chats before the live event began, and some of the things that Dia has been sharing, those are really interesting things. I absolutely think the things that she is preaching in the chat, they are almost true. Like, apartments are tough, and household chores and all of those things are difficult, but I will be talking about it in a few minutes, so don't worry, we will do all of that. First of all, if everything is working perfectly fine, just give the video a thumbs up so that I know that you are able to hear the audio and the screen is working fine. My hair is a bit screwed up today, so do not worry that much about it. And also, before we start, just tell me from which cities you are coming from, because again, like I've told you so many times, this is my favorite question. Absolutely love it when I see that people all over India, they're watching this stream together, and it's just absolutely nice. And then afterwards, we will go through the presentation. Then we will have proper time where you can just ask your questions. Now, so we have people from Mumbai, from Hyderabad, from Mangalore, from Nagpur, from Chennai, from Cologne, from Mysore, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Bangalore, Pune. Wow, crazy. Kurukshetra, we have somebody from Kurukshetra too. Rohtak, Chandigarh, Punjab, Ambala, Delhi, Bhilai, Dehradun, Hyderabad, Mumbai. That's super nice. I really appreciate you guys taking out your time to be here. And slowly, we have people even from Warsaw. Crazy. So, all right. So we have 2-3 international audience too. Interesting. So again, most of the times, it's just really unusual to see people coming from all over the places. Wow, we have somebody from Freiburg here. Akhil Katta, Shafiqur Rahman, Herschel Desai. Alright, perfect. So we have now people coming in, people maybe joining in. We have 243 people watching. And now slowly let me take you to the presentation side. And the main reason why I wanted to make this video was because I saw that I'm getting too many messages. The application deadlines have been starting, and people are curious if it's really the right place to come to, because when they think about going abroad, they have Germany as a plan B most of the times. Then they have USA, they have Australia, and all of these different countries. But again, I'm Bharat in Germany, so again, I will be just preaching about coming to Germany. If somebody who is interested in going to Australia, maybe there's some channel for that. If there's somebody who is interested in going to US, Parth, he's making some really good videos there. So all of those things are something that you have to really just think about. You can hear about my opinion about studying in Germany and coming to Germany. You can hear other people's opinions about studying in that particular country, right? So that is something that I want to share with you, that I understand completely that you might be in different walks of your lives. Somebody must be a student who is doing his bachelor's. So again, with that, another question comes up before we jump in to the presentation. How many people right now? Jumanji. Oh, I thought she's going to break it. I saw the live stream later. All right, so how many people are coming for bachelors to Germany? How many are coming for masters? So what kind of aspirant are you? You can write in the comments, and till that time, let me go to the presentation and let's start the thing already. So this is the ask your questions. Yeah, Jumanji's video bombing. I thought she's going to drop that silver play button. It just came. Jumanji. Yeah, she is going nuts today. Anyways. So we have Sujit coming for masters, Arjun coming for masters, Atharv is also coming for masters, Kiran is coming for masters, Kalpesh is coming for masters, Arul is coming for bachelor's, master's, master's, bachelor's, master's, master's, bachelor's, master's job, master's, master's, bachelor's. All right, master's. Crazy. All right, so most of the times, like the majority of the audience is for the people who are coming for masters. Interesting. Now let's start with the video here. Let me start with the presentation, and then afterwards you will have time. Don't worry at all. I will be able to take some questions once in a while from the live chat. Nah, but otherwise all of your questions I will be able to answer when the presentation ends. So first 30 minutes I'll be going through the presentation, and then afterwards I'll be taking your questions. Thanks a lot for your responses. Thanks a lot for your answers. That helps me to improvise my presentation a bit towards what can give you the most value out of this 1 hour that you will be spending in the live session. Alright then, let's start. So the topic today is going to be, should you come to Germany at all? And it depends from different person. Like maybe you are in bachelor's, master's, what kind of thing you want to come for. Maybe you want to start a business. All of those different things I'll be covering, hopefully all of them. And if there's still something left, you can always drop a question. Okay, so with that, again, the target groups are going to be the bachelor aspirants, the master's aspirants, and the job seekers. So like these three main category I have sorted out for the people who want to come here. Let me put my face to the left side so that you can see what kind of things are awaiting you. So yeah, the first we will start with the good reasons. Now, why you should come to Germany. The bad reasons, like what kind of difficulties are going to be there when you come to Germany, and what kind of chances or like what kind of opportunities you will have. So if you are into management, or if you're studying management already, you know this is going to be a bit of a SWOT analysis. So you will see if this opportunity, or if this decision of coming to Germany and starting your studies there is going to be beneficial for you or not. And based on that, you will be able to find the decision hopefully till the end of this lesson. Alright, so let's start with the good reasons now. So the good reasons that you should come to study in any kind of country abroad, not just Germany, is definitely, like, the major one is the intercultural competence, because these days when things are getting more and more globalized, more and more digitalized, companies are looking to expanding their businesses in all of the different countries. So maybe if you're coming from India, maybe the company is interested in expanding there. If you're coming from Pakistan, maybe they're interested there. Maybe if you're coming from Bangladesh, maybe they're interested there. Sri Lanka, the same story. So it really depends. Once you go abroad, you study in some other country, it becomes extremely easy for the company to understand that yes, he has also been in that country. He knows how things are done in that country. Because trust me here, just you should really like understand the mentality of the companies these days. They would rather pay somebody who has some kind of work experience or some kind of studying experience in the native country where they want to expand their business in, rather than just hiring somebody who has no idea about that country at all, and whatever he learned about that country has been just through documentaries. Now, so this is where the companies are coming from generally, that they want to find more and more people who have experiences in different countries, who have done maybe foreign exchange semesters, who have studied in different countries, who have worked in different countries. So that is something that is absolutely important, and also that is something that you're going to learn when you are coming to Germany. Then of course you have way more opportunities in Germany, way more than what you find in India, at least when the job sector is considered, because here the unemployment rate is extremely low. The unemployment rate here is 3.4%, and if you go to Google and if you see what kind of other low unemployment countries there are, the only one you will find lower in EU is going to be Czech Republic, but it is a very small economy. Germany has been the largest economy in the entire EU since 2008. So again, there is no comparison there. There are a lot of opportunities, and that is the only reason they are able to keep their economy so stable, and also meanwhile able to pay the entire debt that they had from the World War II. I think they just finished paying it in 2015 or something. I don't really remember right now, but that is what the case has been. Nah, then this is my personal favorite, to be honest, that there is absolutely no reservation in public or private sector. So it doesn't matter if you're black, if you're brown, if you're white, or what kind of surname you have. It doesn't matter at all. You will be having same kind of opportunities in the public sector jobs or in the private sector jobs, unlike what you face in India, where you have almost 50% of the places every single time reserved for the people from some category, which I really don't find interesting, because I think we have really come way far than stone ages, and whatever things that are offered to somebody should be on the basis of merit and not on the basis of what caste they were born in. It doesn't matter whatever you call it, but I'm just not in the support of casteism or in the support of reservation, and this is the reason. This is one of my favorite reasons to like just go abroad. You also have more personal freedom when you come abroad. Like, nobody is going to judge you, nobody is going to tell you that you're making this decision wrong, or you should take up that subject, or you should do that job, you should eat this, you should eat that, and stuff like that. Those kind of things are really not prevalent. If you should eat meat or not, if you should, I don't know, dress like this, dress like that, what we really often hear in India. Now, so this is again something which is really good if you want to pursue some kind of creative fields. Maybe if you have a blog that you always wanted to start, maybe if you have a idea for a YouTube channel that you wanted to start, all of those things are extremely important, and something which will give you more like a creative outlet. And you can do this very easily in Germany, because really nobody cares about what you're doing, what you're not doing, which I personally, like I said, find really interesting. Then again, a very good reason is no tuition fee. So maybe if you're in India and if you're in a job, or maybe if you're doing your bachelor's, or maybe if you're already in your master's, the thing is, if you're coming for master's afterwards, the best part is that other than Baden-Württemberg, other than one state in entire Germany, no other state has tuition fee. Nah? So which I find absolutely nice in India. Maybe even after the scholarship and everything, you might be giving the same amount of money for bachelor's that you would give here for masters, right? So for some for some private universities like BITS, or for VIT, or for Thapar University, where people are paying 14 lakh rupees for 4 years of education, in masters you will be paying the exact 14 lakh rupees, but it will cover every single thing, your entire stay, your tuition fee, all of those things combined, because this is how the blocked account is made. Blocked account is made so that you can give a guarantee to the German government that yes, I have 720 euros every single month available to me, which I can use if I need them. Right? So this is the whole thing. Like in 16 lakh or in 17 lakhs, I think maximum, all of your studies are covered, and then you can start working afterwards. Now, networking opportunities are also really nice. So if you want to come here just to network with people, just to make more contacts with other people, that is super nice. You can always do that. There are a lot of opportunities, and unlike in India, where you feel like, I don't know, where like the rich people or like the CEOs already get a VIP status, here the people who have their own businesses, or who are some kind of CEOs, who have their own companies, they are just more approachable. So like if you have a business idea, and if you want to go and you want to talk to some kind of some kind of CEO of some established company, it is going to be way easier for you to like make appointments, to approach them, than it would be for you in India most of the times, because then they're always curious about what kind of money you're bringing on the table, or if it would be something that is going to be interesting for them to hear. Like, people believe in first chances. They are always more or less happy to help you, and this is also the reason I find that networking is a very interesting thing that you can do. The EU benefits, of course. Now, the fun part is, like, once you start studying in Germany, and once you start studying masters, bachelors, doesn't matter what you're studying, after some period of time you're able to apply for the permanent residency, and I think it's 5 years time, and after 5 years you're able to apply for permanent residency if you have um, I think B1 level of this B1 level of German certificate. Then you're able to apply for the permanent residency, which is really nice. You can just go to any country, you can work in any country, and you only need to register there after 3 months. Now again, it depends from country to country, like from in which EU country you're going to, but more or less it's like really flexible. You don't need any kind of passport, you don't need to put visas every single time, which I find super super interesting. um then afterwards, of course, like better quality of life. And this is an interesting thing, because I've heard so many people ask, what exactly is better quality of life. And again, quality is something which is perceived. So for example, I cannot tell you if the quality of my presentation right now, if it is good or not. That is something that you will be able to judge, and it is like really subjective thing, right? So the thing so the so the same thing applies for the quality of life here. For me, some of the things which really make me think about staying in Germany and keep living here is that everything is really organized. If you want to go to any kind of public authorities, if you want to go to any kind of I don't know, if you want to talk to professors, if you want to find job, things are organized, and which really helps you to understand what kind of things await you. Most of the times when you go in India, if you're like registering for something, or if you're like Shubham Gupta just wrote, you can breathe clean air in Germany, which is absolutely true. What I saw this time in Delhi, like what's going on in the news, it's absolutely horrible. And like Germany doesn't face a problem like that, at least till now. And like slowly and slowly they are shifting towards electrification of like automobiles, which is really nice, which is going to happen anyways. They already started with the bikes. There are so many e-bikes right now in Germany, and the usage of car is going lower, and people are trying to shift more and more towards electric vehicles. So definitely I think this is one of the best reasons that you can give, like, and thanks Shubham for like helping me there. um you have good environment, you have clean air, you have organized things. Like I couldn't think of anything better than that. Nah. Then you of course have better education, which I also really like. The education here, it has a really strong focus, and I'm telling you, it has an absolutely strong connection with what they learn in the university. So for example, let me tell you about what's going on in my university right now. So we have a lab experiment, which is the information technology in the logistics. So in that, we have been given contact of a company which is into in-car delivery system. I don't know how many of you know, Amazon just launched this in-car delivery system where you can get your like whatever thing you ordered, um you can get it, you can receive it in your car. So like you don't have to receive it at home. Maybe you are going somewhere, maybe you're at office, you need something real quick, the things can get delivered right to your car, you don't the delivery person doesn't have to come to your home and ring the bell, and you don't have to receive it like that. So it doesn't force you to be at home, and things can get directly delivered in your car, which is really really nice. So the professors, they gave us a connection to this company which is into B2B of this in-car delivery systems, and they said, you will be writing your seminar thesis and your project thesis on this one, and if you have any kind of questions, or if you want to have practical examples and stuff, you can contact this person from the industry and they are going to help you out. So this is something I absolutely love. Like what could be better than that? Like if every single time you have to do a task and the professors are actually helping you in making direct contact with the industries, that's great, because that also helps you in finding job afterwards, or like having some kind of some kind of business opportunities or anything like that. So like that is something I absolutely find very very interesting, something I would not love to trade off for anything else. Like it's just great. Like it's really undescribable how much you learn during your masters or during your bachelors when you're studying here. Now again, for the people who don't really know about the online course I've created, this entire live session that we are having right now, this is an extension of the complete guide to studying in Germany. So anybody who is interested in studying in Germany, they can take a look at this course. The first lesson is for free. Of course, you can check it out and just see if you like it or not, and then afterwards you can decide if you want to purchase it or whatever. Now, the bad reasons about studying in Germany are going to be, first of all, if you think it's going to be free, there is no tuition fee. Of course, there is no tuition fee, but still, it just instills that kind of like a bit of a cheap mentality that yes, it's for free, we can just go there, we can study, but that's really not true. Because if you think about you want to earn money here, like first of all, your mind will wander off into different directions. You might not focus on completely about your masters, and if you do not do that, because the German job market, they really prefer merit over any kind of shortcuts. So this is definitely not a good reason. You have to be spending your entire time in your masters learning things, learning your craft. Only afterwards you are able to find a proper job in Germany in any kind of sector, right? So like if you want to just earn money, because the taxes are also a bit high, this is just some kind of a trade-off that you have to experience if you want to live in Germany. So like if you think you can like earn tons of money, the taxes are up to 42%, sometimes up to 45%, really depends. If you want to see how much the tax is going to be, there's a really cool tool. This is called Paramantia. Let me just show it for you. So you will just let me just see German tax calculator, and you can just really take a look here. Everything is shown very clearly, what kind of income you would be earning, what kind of tax category you will have, and then depending on that, how much like money you will earn in the end. So for example, tax category 1 is for the people who are not married and who don't have any kind of children. So if I say that the gross salary, that the money that the company is going to pay you is going to be 5,000 euros, so after all of the deductions, you will see that you will be just earning 2,900 euros in the end. So almost 2,100 euros, which is actually a lot of money, will be getting cut, right? So these are the things you have to account for, that the taxes are high. But if you are married and if you have a family, then of course things change for you completely, and then you will be earning way more. It is going to be 3,300 euros, so almost an increase of 400 euros. All of these things you have to take into account, because if you're thinking that you just want to come and earn money, I don't think like this is the best country for that. But if you want to have a secure lifestyle, if you want to have a really safe lifestyle, I would say, then definitely this is the place where you can think about just living and raising your family, and things are just safer in general. Then again, another bad reason is going to be if you want to just come for partying and drinking, which is like absolutely insane. Because of course this is a good reason to do anything, but if you want to come to another country just for these things, I think you should really think about it again. And like, Germany wouldn't be the place where you would be just able to party and drink the whole time. And if you're thinking about not studying the entire semester and then doing everything at once, it's not going to be possible for you at all. This is going to be very difficult, and not a good reason to come to Germany if you just want to come for that, right? So another bad reason could be that there is less competition. So anybody who thinks that there is very less competition, and like it doesn't matter, hey, in India, we have all of this stress and I can just go to Germany and things are going to be easier there. Things aren't easier in the sense that there is still competition, there are still a lot of intelligent people competing for the same positions. But here's the nice part: there is no equality of outcome. So like, they wouldn't say that we need 20% Germans in our jobs, we need 10% Indians, we need 30% this, 10% this. That is not the case, which I really, really like. So if you are good at your craft, if you have done your masters with good grades, if you have built your profile around the career that you chose, Germany is going to be a great decision for you. But if you are coming for all of these reasons here, I don't think it is going to be. Now, again, before we go to the good parts again, I want to talk about the struggles that would be awaiting you. Now, so first of all, you will have to complete your masters properly. Many people think that it is really easy, like completing masters wouldn't take much. I'll just give the exams. But that is not the truth. And I'm telling you, look, in my masters, what I'm doing right now, it's like Masters of International Management and Engineering, and every single week or every 2 weeks I have some kind of deadline, I have some kind of assignments, I have some kind of submissions. So this is how the masters is for me. So doing YouTube and trying to take care of the Facebook groups and all of those other things, it is very difficult for me. I have to either sleep less or compromise on some other things to be able to keep doing this. So anybody who thinks that completing masters is easy, it is not. It is a bit difficult. But if you study regularly, it is going to be very nice for you. It is going to be definitely a very rewarding experience and something you wouldn't be able to find in any other country. Because in general, the quality of education is just really, really nice. If you just imagine this, and I think for this, let me pull up the face cam. Just imagine this thing. Every single thing that you learn in your bachelor's or in your master's is directly connected to whatever is happening in the industry. This makes you somehow employable for the company. So any kind of experience that you gained during your master's or during your bachelor's or during your studies, it is going to be valuable for the company. And this is the reason employment is easier here than it is in India or in any other country, right? Time management is also something that you would be suffering with. If you are not in the habit of using calendars or using reminders or event management systems, it is going to be difficult for you to keep up the deadlines. And something I would definitely encourage you to do, that just learn how to use Google Calendars, try to make appointments and stuff. This is especially for the people who are already in Germany, because this is absolutely necessary. You have to be able to manage your time. Otherwise, you are going to miss out on a lot of things. You might not be able to complete your masters in time and all of those things. Integration in the society is another thing that I think is a bit difficult, in the sense that it takes time. You have to be part of some kind of social groups or any kind of interest groups or hobby groups that you have, and you have to learn German. And this is the reason I think that will come in the end. But you have to learn German if you want to feel like you are at home. Otherwise, homesickness is going to be another thing that you will be suffering from time to time, and which I don't think is a really good sign. You should be able to feel at home wherever you are, right? So to do all of that, I think learning German and understand so I think learning German and completing your masters properly and understanding time management is something that will bring you at a better place. So if you do not manage your time and if you do not learn German, it is already going to be very difficult for you. And again, if you don't have the desire for this, or if you don't have the motivation for this, I would definitely say that Germany wouldn't be a good country for you, because you will just suffer in a lot of things, and I wouldn't want that. Then it might be better if you just want to go to Canada, Australia, or US, or any kind of other country, then it's better. But if you learn German, the opportunities you have and the kind of people you meet, it's absolutely rewarding. Nothing can come close. So again, for learning German, I also tried to use the Michael's complete German course from A1 to B1, And the reason I'm recommending you this course right now is because it is definitely just a complete package. So you can start from A1 and you can go up to B1 with just some kind of external help, which Michael will be guiding you personally through his Q&A sessions, which happen every 2 weeks. So anybody who is interested in learning German or like starting, who wants to start learning German, this course is really, really interesting. And you can find the link to this course on my website and also to the other course that I mentioned before. So like, again, this is absolutely necessary. Like, if you want to feel good, feel at home in Germany, learning German is important. Now, it doesn't have to be through this course. I don't care at all. Like, I absolutely do not care how you learn German, or if you go to physical classes, if you take online courses. It doesn't matter to me. But what I really want to tell you is that unless you learn German, it is going to be hard for you to just like feel at home, to just be able to understand everything, to go to some kind of classes alone, maybe some kind of events alone, because this is going to be very difficult. If you don't understand what's written, what the people are talking, you will just feel really overwhelmed in a few days, and I really don't want that for you. So continuing with that, these are the awaiting struggles if you are coming to Germany. But what are the opportunities? Now, if you think about the opportunities, Germany is the largest economy in EU. And from that, I mean, it has been the largest economy since 2008, and it has constantly been above, I think, $3 billion. I don't want to say anything right now because who knows what it is, but you can definitely figure out the numbers on Google. The unemployment is really low. It's 3.4%, and it is one of the lowest in the entire European Union. If you compare it to France and other countries, 10%, 12%, and I think in Greece it's 20% almost. Those are like really crazy numbers. You also have the chance to work and travel in the entire European Union, which is really nice. Like, it's really big, and if you decide to stay here, get a passport and stuff, then of course you can travel to so many other countries without any kind of visa, which I absolutely love. What another opportunity is the sense of security for your job and for your life. So you don't really have to worry about, getting hit by a car, or I don't know, getting killed by somebody or something like that, at least here in Germany, which is actually not so nice in India. Like, things have definitely gotten better over the years, but it's still nowhere close to what it is in the European countries. And the funny part is here, like, coming to Germany, it's not the difficult thing. It's really not the difficult thing. Applying for masters, applying for bachelors, applying for PhD, or like applying for a job, that is the easy part, right? That is something that will give you the card to come to Germany and start your life here. The more difficult part is going to be to be able to settle here, to be able to just like feel at home here. Like, coming for masters, it's not difficult. What you just go to that, you just shortlist some universities, you see what kind of documents are required, and you just apply. It's like absolutely one of the easiest thing that you can do. But to be able to organize that, to be able to manage your time, all of those things are more important. So job security is something that you should definitely think about. The standard of living is really nice. So this is again something that you should be thinking about when you are thinking about, like studying in Germany, or like starting doing your job in Germany, or any of those things. And also, like maybe you're done with your masters or your bachelors, and then afterwards you have your permanent residency, and now you want to do a business afterwards, right? So the ease of doing business in Germany is also just like 24 out of 190. So like 1 is the best, 190 is the worst, whereas in India it's 77. So you just see like the difference is extremely huge. And if you are in Germany, it is really easy to start your business. So like, let me just share with you the story of how I went into business, or like how I started this YouTube channel and my website and my side business along with studying. I just like realized that, once you are married to a German spouse, you will get all kind of benefits that you would get otherwise. So like, for you, if anybody is not, like, for the people who are not married to a German person, it is really easy. Like once you have your permanent residency, and you get your permanent residency just 2 years after you're done with your studies. So this is really nice. 2 years, you're done with your studies, you have B1 proficiency, you apply for the residence permit, and then afterwards you can start doing a business, which is extremely nice, which I like absolutely love. Alina is calling me right now. But anyway, so let me put it back. Okay. So the ease of doing business is extremely nice. You can just go to the Chamber of Commerce here. It took me 5 minutes. It took me exactly 5 minutes, not more than that, to go to the Chamber of Commerce to sign, to like fill out a form, like pay 20 euros and done. Like you can get your business started, and this is how easy it is. It could be your YouTube channel, it could be a blog, it could be your Instagram, it could be anything. Anything from where you are earning money, it will be counted as a business, and you are able to do that just by spending 5 minutes going to the Chamber of Commerce and filling out a form and done. So this is also something I absolutely love. I wouldn't have really scared of doing that in India, but here your mentality changes. You see so many other people into business, having their startups, having their own like channels and stuff, and you think, hey, like everybody is doing, maybe I should try too. So this is where I came from, and like for me to set up a business here and like get things running, it was like extremely nice. So like once you're done with your masters or like your studies, and then you want to like start a business, it is extremely nice. It is like super nice, and something that you can definitely not compare with any other country. So with that, our time starts for like asking your questions. We'll have another 30 minutes, and thank you for your audience is something I will say again afterwards. But for the people who are interested in the online courses which I am linked to, or which I recommend, these two courses are the A1 to B1 complete guide of like learning German, and for people who are interested in studying in Germany, for them it is going to be the complete guide of studying in Germany. Now your time starts, guys. You can start pushing your questions. Just start typing and let me get to it, and let me respond to you in whatever way I can. Tamil Arasan is asking, WhatsApp number, bro. Sorry man, can't give you my WhatsApp number. I'm already a bit annoyed by the people who just call me. The thing is, like, you can drop me a message all the time, you can gladly write me an email, but like when somebody calls you at night at 12 o'clock when you're not expecting any call, it just becomes really difficult. So now let me start going through the questions. Is accommodation a threat for students? So Yash Mistry is asking this question. Yash, it's not a threat, but it's definitely very difficult. Like I think I really forgot the name of the person who was talking about it in the starting, but that is true. Like it is difficult to find accommodation, and if you don't know German especially, it's like just difficult, right? So now there's another question coming up. Chayan Kanojia is asking C GPA and procedure for TUs. So the procedure is really simple. Like they have all of the like entire process mentioned on their website. Sorry, I just ate bretzel and it's unstoppable. So the entire system, like entire procedure, is mentioned on the university's website. And CGPA in general, as long as you have above 75%, or I think even above 65% for the universities who are asking for GATE or like who are asking for GRE, it is easy for you to like come into TUs with that. So now Hit Nayak is asking how to justify low CGPA in SOPs. So most of the times, if you have more extracurricular activities or co-curricular activities, if you have any of those, it will already be like able to paint a better picture of why you have bad grades, because you were involved into so many other things which maybe the other people were not doing. So this is again something you should think about, that when you're writing your statement of purpose, you write it in a way that you're able to express to the admission committee that yes, I was into so many different things and I was building my practical experience, and this is the reason I was like just not interested in writing grades properly, Ramesh Ji is asking, hi Bharat, are there any evening colleges for MS in mechanical engineering stream? Can we work and do evening weekend courses? So Ramesh, yes, you have on that. When you go, you will find the part-time masters courses. So you can just see and check what kind of courses there are and if you would be able to, attend to them or not. So, Kairav Bhala, thanks for your super chat again. Hi, how is the scope of doing accounting in Germany? So, what I would say is like accounting in general, the system of accounting in Germany is very different than what you see in India or like any of the English speaking countries, and for that reason the accounting studies is a bit difficult. So for example, this semester I also have a subject where I just have to learn accounting of the in the German way, and you have these proper books which you have to go through, but afterwards, in the end you still have quite a lot of jobs if you want to go into corporate finance, if you want to go into accounting, if you want to go into entrepreneurial finance. You have places where you can use the masters that you learned, right? So I think that answers your question. You really don't have to worry that much, but in accounting I would like still really suggest that if you're able to learn German, that is going to be better, because in accounting you have to deal with a lot of paperwork. You have to like maintain the books of the companies, and you cannot do that if you cannot read German. Vivek Bazad is asking, Bhai Ram Ram from Rohtak, job opportunities after masters in civil engineering. Okay, so this is really nice. I find it really interesting. um the thing with civil engineering is like as soon as you are done with your masters, it doesn't matter if you have 4,0. 4,0 means more like 40% if you talk about the German system. So like if you have 40% grades in your masters, it doesn't matter. If you have 50%, it doesn't matter. As soon as you have your masters in civil engineering, you will be able to find a job. The only trade-off is that the job is not that well paid, and you might be getting just, I think, 3,300 till 3,600 euros per month to be able to study that masters, like to be able to do that job, which is really not so interesting. So Yash Mishra is saying, Danke Bharat, gute Nacht. Okay, gute Nacht. Now we had another super interesting question, I think. What was that? Okay, so Inzmam ul Haq from Pakistan is asking, I have gap of 1 year after bachelor's. How should I hide it in effective manner? So Inzmam, 1 year of gap you don't really have to worry about at all. Even like with 2 years onwards, you should start thinking what you can write here. So if you want to really just not show it at all, you can mention that you were learning some kind of course. Maybe you were investing time in learning a programming language, you were investing time in learning Microsoft, like, I don't know, Office suite or anything like that. So just think about it and do it accordingly. But in general, 1 year gap or two, like 1 year gap till 1.5 years doesn't really matter when you're applying to the universities. All right, so we have another question. Hariji Vivek Pandey is asking, MS in Canada versus Germany. So again, like, here's the thing, like, this is something I find really interesting. Like, of course I am biased, of course I absolutely love Germany, and of course I would be preaching to you only about Germany. But the thing with Canada is, of course, like, you don't have any kind of language barriers. No, so like if you don't want to learn another language, then it is nice for you. Like, you can just directly go and you can start working there without any kind of problem. So which is absolutely nice, right? But the thing with the job scenario there is, like, the market is really fickle. So like sometimes there could be really good opportunities, you might be able to find jobs very easily, but at other times it could be very difficult, that you might not be able to find a job at all. And like the weather there also doesn't make it easier for you to like feel at home, especially for Indians, although like the entire Punjab is sitting there, but still, like, that's the situation there. Like, the weather is still a bit better in Germany. And I think if you want to come to a European country which is somewhat similar in weather, then I think Spain is a good country. I saw so many Pakistani people. I think they call Barcelona as the I don't know, Pakistani capital of Spain, something like that. You can just like search it on Google and you will find a lot of interesting articles. But when we went to Spain, when I and Alina went to Spain, we just met a lot of people and everybody had the same opinion that, the main reason so many Southeast Asian people come to Spain is because the weather is interesting. Alright, so now we have another question. Baljit Singh, master's degree in mechanical engineering has a scope. So Baljit, of course, like mechanical engineering and I would say like IT, these are one of the most, I think, rewarding master's courses that you can study in Germany. And if you want to come for any of these two, I think definitely there are no questions. You should just like absolutely come, right? Now let's go to Bilal Jabbar is asking, Bhai, I just need to know, is it mandatory or even required to have bank statements other than blocked account? No, Bilal, it is not necessary, but like the consulate or the embassy says, that they can ask you for any kind of documents other than the documents mentioned in the list, right? So you should be just, prepared with everything. Have your bank statements of at least last 6 months, and then, you have your blocked account. But 99% of the times, if you have your blocked account papers ready, they will not ask for the bank statements. But still, it doesn't give you the reason to like not prepare them. Casper Sander is asking, Bhushan Deshpande is asking, TU Delft or RWTH Aachen. Like, this is a very interesting question because like TU Delft, it's also extremely good university with collaborations with a lot of companies, with a lot of universities all over the world, and RWTH Aachen is almost the same. But I think it still really depends. The thing is, like, Germany is still a bit more focused towards German, like learning German and like teaching German and using German in day-to-day life. Netherlands, on the other hand, isn't that much. So like most of the times, if you go to Netherlands, most of the people would be speaking English, so like it isn't going to be a huge issue. But if you want to come for, mechanical fields or IT fields, I wouldn't go to any other country in EU other than Germany. So like this is my take on it. Rohan Maan is asking, Bharat, if you have a blue card, let me just put these things up. Yeah. So Bharat, if you have Bharat, if you have a blue card and working in Germany and want to do full-time masters, will I have to return back to India first? Rohan, no, if you have blue card, then that is not going to be an issue because you might be able to extend it, or like you can do your masters on the side, which is also really interesting. So just see if you are able to do that, or like if you want to try something else. But I think in general, like, you don't have to go back. You just have to make an appointment with the Ausländersbehörde and just show them the necessary funds. Herschel Desai, vielen Dank für deine Hilfe. Auf Wiedersehen. Bye bye, Herschel. Was super interesting to meet you. Manu Radhakrishnan is asking, hi Bharat, how tough is it to apply and get a job in Germany with a bachelor's? Just a second. Again, I missed the question. Where did it go? Here. With a bachelor's from India, working as a software engineer in India, currently no knowledge of German. So here's the funny part, like you can get a job in Germany without German proficiency, and like I've known people who have done that, but that's not like the benchmark. You shouldn't think that, if I don't have any kind of German proficiency, it is going to be easy to get a job. No, like the job rounds, like the job interview goes for like 6 or 7 rounds, and it is a very exhaustive process. So you should be ready for that. But if you're good in your trade, then finding a job isn't going to be an issue. Just go to LinkedIn, start going through the job listings and what kind of companies are there and so on, which is going to really help you in understanding where exactly you should start looking. Coming to this, do you think it is going to be would you like to have a LinkedIn profile reviews the next time in the live session? Because I think that is very interesting, and the companies do look at your LinkedIn profile, how you made it, how you designed it, what kind of keywords you have written there. So like if you're interested in your LinkedIn profile reviews or something, let me know, and maybe we can take it up the next time for the people who are coming for jobs, or in general too. It gives you a better idea of what kind of things you can add in your CV and what kind of things you shouldn't. Deepak Bisht, thanks a lot for your super chat. Appreciate it. Alright, so now we have another question. I hope. Okay. So Gaurav Kumar is asking, please reply scope of chemical engineering. Now, this is again a very interesting thing, and I think if you talk about just purely chemical engineering, it is one of the highest paid jobs. And like I've also talked about this in my online course, where you can just go through the lesson where I discuss all of the different kind of fields and what kind of salaries they have. So you can just go to the curriculum here and you can see, I think it's here, what is the scope of maybe this, or no, this one, how much will be the salary for your profession in Germany. So this is a 15-minute long lecture. You can just like go through it, or like, but in general, like there are a lot of lessons, you can just check them out. So we have Shobit Sharma's question. I will be applying for masters. My IELTS score is 6.5. Should I retake IELTS? No, Shobit, it is not necessary at all, and I wouldn't encourage you to take IELTS, because with 6.5 you already crossed the threshold for most of the universities to be able to apply for their master's program for their university. So do not forget to just prepare the documents properly, but in general your IELTS score is more than enough for 99% of the master's courses in Germany. Okay. Now, Deepak Bish, thanks a lot for your super chat again. Appreciate it. Okay, so we have another question from Amit Jadhav, and it is, hello Bharat, is there any scope for game engineering in Germany? Actually, I don't think like Germany is that big on game engineering. I think even like some companies in Poland, I don't know if you know about the CD Red project. This is a really big company, and definitely like they employ 800 people or something. It's a pretty big company. Germany also does have their gaming sector, but it's like more just spread around in different cities. So I think it's not a bad career option at all. Like it is only going to grow bigger and stronger in the future with the emergence of augmented reality and virtual reality. Games will only get bigger and better. So if you want to start in that field, why not? Like it's definitely a great option. And anything that you want to do which isn't traditional, that's also not bad. I absolutely I would absolutely encourage you for that. But in general, I think if I would have to give you where exactly you should go for game engineering, I think like hands down US is the best option for that. You shouldn't look at anywhere else. But if you want to save your money in like tuition fee and stuff, then of course like you can come to Germany, because German education means quality. It like doesn't mean anything else. Ranjit M is asking a question. Bro, I got straight away rejection at University of Siegen for winter semester 2019. They have not given any kind of explanation. Ranjit, I'm sorry to hear that, but to be honest, most of the times it happens. Try to do one thing, like most of the university deadlines which are coming up next, try to apply as soon as possible, because that does make a difference. It makes a huge difference. If you're applying, like as soon as the university deadlines open, or when the deadline is just about to end. Because most of the times professors have this rule where they give 20% of the admits, I think in the middle, in the mid till the deadline is done, and then 20% come afterwards. And I think like the last 60% admits comes after all of the deadlines are closed. So you should definitely take a look at that and just apply as soon as possible. Alright, so we have 7 more minutes, guys, and let me take up your questions here. Okay, Sumit Thantarate is asking, Bhai, do racism acts as a hurdle when you're thinking of permanently settling down in Germany? I don't think so. I don't think that is a problem at all, because Sumit, at least for me, for somebody who is living here since last 2 years, I haven't seen a problem, at least in Hamburg. It could be different in Dresden. It could be different in Essen or Chemnitz or any of the other East German cities. But Hamburg has 40% population which is immigrant. So in Hamburg, it's absolutely fine. Like nobody stares, nobody looks, and in job market, it's absolutely fine. They are used to having foreigners all the time. So that's my take on it, and I don't think you should worry about like racism as being a major hurdle when you think about studying in or like when you think about living in Germany for the longer duration. All right, so Rohit Kumar, thanks a lot for the super chat. Appreciate your support. Now Rohit's question is: Bachelor's Mechanical with 70.4% overall aggregate, 7 in IELTS and A2, working as an intern at an automation industry mechatronics at TUHH. How hard it is to get? So Rohit, TUHH has a very simple formula. If you don't have 80% score in your bachelor's, they are not going to accept you 99% of the times. But if you have like good work experience to show with that, then of course it is going to be easier for you to be able to to be able to study in TUHH. But like this is the general thing. I've talked to the professors and they have told me about this 80% thing, which is true for like most of the fields here. Like any field which is Zulassungsbeschränkt or which has a limited number of seats, they put the limit at 80%. So like they're only going to give admit to the people who have above 80%. But still, I would encourage you to see and apply. Why not? Deepak Bisht, thanks a lot for your super chat again. I think it's the third time you're doing right now. Super nice. Venkat Reddy R, what about weather? I have asthma. So Venkat, I think for weather too, I think it's like absolutely a nice place to be at, because Alina, she suffers from asthma too, and in India it's like really terrible for her because most of the times she has like trouble breathing because the air has become so polluted. But in Germany, like I haven't seen any kind of problems with most of the people, and like the air quality is definitely way better. So again, something you should consider. I think like it's a great place, at least if you're suffering from any kind of allergies or any kind of, how do I say, like these asthma or respiratory problems. It's definitely better. The air is cleaner, the environment is better. Saurabh T, thanks a lot for your super chat again. Saurabh T is asking, I am in third year of my BTech electrical, already learning German. What else should I focus on since I have time? What should I focus on? Okay, so Saurabh, for electronics or like electrical too, it is very important that you master MATLAB, because Germans use MATLAB in everything. If you're studying mechanical, they will use MATLAB. If you're studying civil engineering, they will use MATLAB. So this is a software like you should definitely, just master completely. And afterwards, you can also think about, like CAD and all of those things are important, at least like when you're in your third semester, third year. And also because in the end of third year, you will have to go for an internship. So rather try to do it in Germany if you're really serious about coming to Germany, because that's what I did. What I did was I was really interested in civil engineering at that time, and I was like, not even civil engineering, I think I was more interested in coming to Germany, and that's the reason I started learning German and everything. And then I think at the end of my third year, I was like, okay, that's really nice. I have this opportunity that I can do an internship. Then why shouldn't I do an internship from a country like where I want to study afterwards? So I think this is something you should focus on, because you still have, I think this is now November, and like till the end of January you should already get your offer letter from some company. Otherwise it is going to be difficult for you to find an internship, or like for the company to get your internship approved, because they have to put the form in the Federal Employment Agency, they have to approve it, there is a lot of paperwork, then you have to apply for the internship visa and so on. So you're already learning German, that's absolutely nice, but the second step is going to be that you like definitely think about finding an internship in a good company. So guys, we have 2 minutes left now. Keshav Gopal, you're doing a great job. Thanks a lot, Keshav. The thing is, I have to go now, and I have to I haven't gotten anything for Alina yet, so I have to maybe go outside. I'll get some flowers or something. I'll see what I can do. I'm always bad in this. I'm really bad in this birthday gifts thing. Like, if you guys have any ideas, how about you just shoot me a message on Instagram? I still have time till 12 o'clock at night. But anyways, yep. So guys, here's the thing. I'm really sorry that I couldn't answer most of the questions again, because it's just absolutely impossible. And this is the reason I make a presentation in the starting. And I'm like, okay, even if I'm not able to answer the questions, there is something that you would be able to take out of this 1 hour that you will be spending with me. So having said that, thanks a lot for your time. Thanks a lot for joining in on this live session. Let's do something super interesting in another live session too. Let me know what kind of live session you would like to have tomorrow, not tomorrow, next Wednesday, and you can send me that message on Instagram, because that's where I respond most of the times. My Instagram handle is right here. This is my Instagram, and you can write me a message of what kind of topic you would like to cover in the next live session. Again, thanks a lot for joining in. Have a great night. I don't think you can do anything other than sleeping at night most of the times, as long as you're not in the IT sector, because, well, those people still have to wake up at night and do really, really stressful things. But anyways, sleep good. I'll see you in the next session. Deepak, let me answer your question. My profile C GPA 9.3, 3 years of relevant work experience. Can I get RWTH Aachen? Yeah, with 9.13 and 3 years of work experience, it isn't going to be an issue. Apply for it. Definitely anybody who is thinking about applying to German universities, apply as soon as possible, because this is where people just ignore the importance of applying as soon as possible, which is really a bad thing, because most of the times professors, like I said, professors have this rule that, okay, let's give 10% at this time, 10% this time, and rest of the applications or admits at the end. So again, guys, have a great night, have a good night, sleep tight. I'm going to try to find out some gifts for Alina. That's my duty as a husband, and I'll catch you up tomorrow for most of the people who are coming to Berlin, or otherwise in the next week's live session. Bye bye, and I'll see you again.